me go ahead and get some of this. I'll tell you something. There's nothing like burger or chicken sandwich bought from a mom and pop spot versus all these big chains. There's nothing like it. Nothing.
No gangs, no prisoners, baby. Look at that. What the hell? They can try, but they'll never take.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back to Tastee Motive, man. Today, you saw what the title is. You saw what it is. Before we begin this video, I want to give a shout out from a fellow mukbanger who wanted me to shout him out for his channel. His name is Ryan Lopez. I wanted to give him a shout out, man. I know how hard this can be when you start. And, you know, it's a struggle when you first start doing mukbang. So I wanted to give him a shout out, man, to Ryan Lopez. I'll link his channel down below. Also want to give another quick shout out to another mukbanger named G-Man Tubo. He's starting up in the game, man. He's being consistent as well. So is Ryan. What I like to see in people, you know, when I collab with them or I shout them out, is consistency, and they both are the prime example of that. So I will link down G-Man Tubo down below. I will link down Ryan Lopez in the description below. Go subscribe, guys. Show them some love. Lift them up, all right? But let's get into what we're here for today. Let's get into some unbox therapy. A little bit of ASMR for you right there. So here we go. Ooh, oh, damn, bro. Hold on. You know, when it gets too hot, man, when it gets too hot, the box starts ripping and stuff. So let me set this up real quick, man, because this thing is like overloaded with fries. Check that out. Woo, boy. Oh my goodness, guys, look at that. Okay, so we got ranch. We got Thousand Island, and oh, this is the mayonnaise, and basically it's a barbecue sandwich. So here's the barbecue. So I decided just to use them as dipping sauces. I think that'll be cool. All right, so let's try the fries out. Topic of discussion today is raising kids that are not yours. Being a whether it's a male or a female, stepping into someone else's lives that has kids, and that you're gonna basically, you know, you raise them. Let me go ahead and set this up, guys, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back. Here's the sandwich, guys. Let me give you a close-up of that real quick. Check that bad boy out, man. Woo, Nelly. Let's do a thumbnail. All right, so basically, man, I love this new YouTube format, man, where I can like ask you guys, man, questions and basically you know, we can do polls and you guys can vote for what you want. I think it brings a different a whole different look to YouTube, and I really enjoy it. You know, so I'm glad that you guys were able to vote and stuff. Let's go and try this with the Thousand Island. Whoa. I also got some chile dorados right here. For those of you who don't know what that is, those are fried jalapenos. And I'll just go ahead and set these down like so, right here, like that. There she is, there she was, there she goes. Let's move it right here and right there. That's perfect. So basically, man, you know, I think I believe that there's a lot of people in society who are heavily involved in children's lives that are not theirs. You know, wow, the tenderness from the chicken combined with the juiciness from the sauces, combined with that wheat bun. Just to die for. Barbecue? Okay. Hold on a second here. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of barbecue. I asked for it on the side so I can have some also on my fries. Alright, let's take another bite of this. Oh wow. Let's try the ranch. Whoa. Let's try barbecue again. Okay. So basically, guys, my opinion is on raising kids who are not yours. My opinion is this. Okay. When you're entering a relationship, whether you're male or female, you're entering a relationship with someone who has kids, who their father, their mother, whatever it may be, is not in their lives. From the get-go, you need to realize what you're getting yourself into. I don't believe in I don't believe in people who bring different men or women into their children's lives, in and out, like basically like in and out, type of like relationships where like, you know, he or she's dating somebody for like a month and then they introduce their kids to them. I don't believe in that. I think that's very wrong. That's something that I would never do myself. If you're gonna meet my kids, you best believe that it's gonna be serious, and I'm gonna be able to trust you and feel like I can trust you around my children, and I'm gonna feel that it's that big of a deal that you're gonna meet my kids. If you're gonna meet my kids, it's a big deal. It's like, to me, it's like, you know, you're about to meet the president, because that's how much they mean to me. That's the value they have towards me, for me. You know what I mean? So for one, I don't agree with that. How there's so many kids in society who they have so many different men and women out in and out of their lives, and I think that really is very damaging to a child. You know, so from the jump, if you're gonna be with somebody and you know they have kids, and you know for a fact that 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 you're gonna be the only role model in their lives, whether you're a male or a female, that's big. That's really big. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I will give the uttermost credit to men and women who raise kids that are not theirs, because you know what? That takes a certain level of maturity. It takes a certain level of understanding. It takes a certain level of commitment. Okay, you're talking about children that have no relation to you, that you did not help conceive, you know, and to sit there and raise them is I mean, if that doesn't define true character of a man, I don't know what else can. Sure, just because you raise somebody's kids doesn't mean you're perfect. That's not what I'm saying. But it defines a differential in character. Let me go ahead and get some of this. Wow. Wow, the chile. Oh. That's good. So that being said, it defines I think a differential in character. There's a lot of guys out there and women out there. They don't want to deal with kids. They don't want to deal with kids. They rather date women or men who don't have any children, because you know what? It does hinder relationships. It can hinder relationships. How much time is allowable per, how much time is allowable, per your relationship? It could hinder it, depending on how the kids are. You know, the kids might not like you. They might not respect you. You know, that's another issue. You know, the kids might be jealous of you. There's a lot that you have to deal with when raising a kid that's not yours. You go into that relationship not knowing what that child has endured in their life. You don't know. Just because somebody says yada 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 doesn't mean that it's yada yada yada. You know, people lie all the time. You don't know if that's kids. Witnessed abuse, has been abused. You don't know what that kid's endured. So you have to have a real open mindset about being in somebody's life. a child's life that's not yours. You know, I mean, there's a lot of guys also who will jump in and try to be daddy just for the time being because they want to get in your pants. Okay, believe me, I'm telling you, and I'm a guy. Okay, they'll be super smooth just to get in between. And that goes back to my very first statement is that's why you don't bring any guy or just any guy or any girl around your kids. Because you don't know what someone's intentions is. You don't really know somebody after a month. You really don't know somebody after 2 months. Don't sit there and tell me you do because you don't. There's girls that introduce people to their kids or men to their kids in a couple weeks, 3 weeks. To me, that is bizarre. That is bizarre. And I respect so much people who uphold their dignity and their self-respect to not introduce other people into their children's lives. Oh, that's good stuff right there. Barbecue. Ranch. 2009. Wow. To die for. Ranch. 2009. Wow. To die for. LA Dodgers. LA hat. If you are a person, a man or a woman who is involved in a relationship with another person who has children that are not yours, what are your thoughts? What do you think? You know? How do you feel about it? Also, it's like I feel like when you let your boyfriend and girlfriend into your kids' lives, you don't know how they're gonna react. The person, you don't know if they could be an abusive person. They could be a child molester, low key. They could be the best thing that ever happens to your kids. It's a risk. It's a calculated, okay, risk. It is a calculated risk. Wow. Sure. Wow. There have been so many cases of children being abused, raped, hurt by boyfriend and girlfriends of their other people, the parents. Sorry guys, I'm in a mix. Wow, that's good. So, it's also very hard as a man, per se, for me, I believe, to raise other kids that are not yours. You have to be very unselfish. You have to be a man who is able to care at a different level, because men in general in society, men can be very closed-minded, very like aggressive, and just very what's the word I'm looking for, man? It just takes a certain type of man to be able to do something like that. A lot of guys, when they meet a group of kids, they're not thinking about their kids. they're thinking about the girl and what they want to do to the girl or what they want to be with the girl. They're not thinking. I feel like a lot of people they enter relationships and they don't realize, like, oh man, like, dude, I'm not just with the girl. I'm not just with the girl. This is the girl and the kids. It's not just Veronica. It's Veronica with Amber and Jonathan. You know what I mean? It's a package. And it's so sad because some women do leave their kids because they get so head over heels for the guy they're with. Man, this is good, man. Whoa. Wow. I know what I'm getting next from this place. I already got my eyes on it. And it's gonna make forth a good video. Wow. There's good stuff right there. So I believe that my statement is I respect men who take that approach to be in other kids' lives. I respect them. Like I said, not everyone's perfect, man. There will be times with not just that. Men can be very jealous as well, even of kids. Well, hold on. A man can feel very neglected as well over her kids. That's another thing. He could want to be first. All the time. And you know what? Excuse me. That's not always going to be a possibility, man. You know what I mean? That's not always going to be a possibility. And you know what? I believe, that can cause a problem as well, right there. That can cause a problem. A man wanting her attention. A man wanting to be recognized as the more important factor in the relationship, in the time spent, in general as a whole. Let me fix this sandwich. This is a lot of lettuce. Okay. Next up, oh, there's a tomato on deck. Oops. Wow. Man, that's good, guys. Oh my God. I'm sorry, man. I get sidetracked because this is so flavorful. I'm digging $1,000 more than a rash. Wow. That is A1. We just went in for like 4 minutes straight, bro, or something. Wow. So, with that being said, you have my pointers. If you're going to date girls with kids, be ready to not be number one. Be ready to be understanding. Be ready to have rejection. Be ready for, if it's, you know, aggression from the kids, from not, be ready to not be accepted. But also be ready to be a great influence. Be ready to be someone who they can look up to for the rest of their life. Be ready for someone, be ready to be somebody who they can trust and come to in a time of need. I'll tell you something. There's nothing like burger or chicken sandwich bought from a mom and pop spot versus all these big chains. There's nothing like it. Nothing. With that being said, if nobody loves you, Tastee loves you. We out here. We did it large and in charge today. We played no games. We took no prisoners. Stay tuned for the next one. I hope you enjoyed my topic. I hope I could have helped you. I got lost in the food a little bit, but nobody loves you. Tastee loves you. Peace.